So imagine you're a person who graduated with a computer science degree, but you don't really know how to use Git commands. Luckily for you, you don't have to search the forums of the old internet. That's something I had to do. You get to use a thing called AI, chatbots. You get to actually use technology as intended it to be used to make your life easier. But you're shunned. You're called a vibe coder. You're called less than a programmer. They don't acknowledge you. They don't respect you. And more importantly, they discourage you from using the technology designed to make all of our lives easier. Have you ever asked yourself why, though? You see, I got an idea here that people who say money can't solve your problems usually have a lot of money. And a lot of my problems, for lack of better words, can be solved with money. But that isn't the underlying issue. The underlying issue is that people want to prevent you from trying a means, a method of solving your problems. Who are they to withhold information from you? Who are they to tell you what's the best route? Furthermore, you don't find it kind of strange that there's a limited amount of this resource that they seem to be keeping you out of? But that shouldn't be the case, or is the case, with AI. It's literally everywhere you go. You can't avoid it. It's on your phones, your computers, your checkouts, stores, baseball games, sports. It's literally everywhere. But it's been like that since the early 50s for the real connoisseurs of AI. This has been a phenomenon we've been quite familiar with since the early 50s. But it's starting to evolve now. And part of evolution, or rather the thing that can slow down evolution, is a lack of adaptation to it. And the question then becomes, who is responsible for giving this to the people? Moreover, are the people who are supposed to be giving this to us even prepared for it? It doesn't seem like that. Because when I take a look around at AI being used in the United States, it's predominantly being used by companies. And somehow, some way, our inability to adapt has made it really easy for China to move way past us. So we're going to check out this article today, kind of talking about how China is getting ahead in the AI game simply by letting teachers and students lead the way. Clap it. Introduce yourself to something new. Get into it. Get into it. We like it. We like it. Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Hero. This is Coding with Strangers, and I wanna talk about something. You know, I'm on vacation. I'm moving place to place, so I appreciate y'all sticking with me. I try and bring you guys stories that I care about because we're just strangers. We're trying to get into it, but I have been uploading on my other channel. Links in the description below. More of a political channel, but I've been having fun with it. It's good to reinvigorate the algorithm with some content. But today we're going to be talking about how China is continually putting belt to ass when it comes to dealing with the AI arms race that is everything that has to do with AI. And talking about how we as America can't just get it together. And it's in large part because we don't have the educational backing for this. So we're going to talk a little bit about this article. I have some snippets about it, but the TLDR is basically Chinese universities want students to use more AI, not less. And this is going to be parlaying into more of what you're starting to see into this. And as a front. Yo, forgive me on all the enunciations and vernacular that I'm going to mess up royally when describing these people, but this is a snippet out of the MIT Technology Review. It's by Kaiwa Kim. Okay, hold on. I don't have to embarrass myself.
Kwei Chen archive page.
Okay, y'all heard that. And basically it's talking about the sort of there's sort of this stigma behind it for certain students. Certain students didn't really know how to handle it. Certain students weren't really sure if they should. And it was in large part because the teachers didn't really know how to handle it. And let's not sit here and even pretend for a second. As a person who swore off of using it when I was learning early on, it was in large part because of how I was raised. I grew up in a day and age Oh man, I'm about to date myself. I grew up in a time. Oh my goodness. Okay, caveat, I did go to boarding school, but I basically grew up in a time where like a typewriter you needed to mandatory be able to type a one-page paper without making any mistakes on a typewriter. Then we got introduced to the MacBook, to the Mac CPUs. We talking about the pregnant, colorful ones. And in that time, we went from you had to know how to do your multiplication and long division without a calculator to calculators will put teachers out of business to you won't have a calculator in your pocket to I have one, two, three. At any given time, I have 3 to 4 calculators on me at any given moment. And I'm not saying this to be mean or sarcastically rude to Miss Hitchcock, that lousy math teacher who berated me because she said me using a calculator was cheating. But the TI-83 literally changed the game. I learned how to initially program on the TI-83 using that crime war game. I hacked into it, gave myself unlimited weapons. It was great. But these are all things that I enjoyed learning and doing. And that's not the same effort and energy being given into this AI stuff, right? One of the people who were interviewed in this, just like those in the West, Chinese universities are going through quite a revolution, according to the recent survey by the Mycos Institute, a Chinese higher education research group. Though the use of generative AI on campus has become nearly universal, the same survey reports that 1% of university faculty and students in China reported never using AI tools, and nearly 60% said they use them frequently, either multiple times. So it's growing. It's a growing interest, but people are very shy about using it. And I get it. I totally get it. But it's something that's going to become way more popular as time goes on, right? And I say that to say schools have to be the catalyst. I think it's criminal when schools take the position of we are not going to enable this activity. We're not going to allow students to use this new technology because it's going to ruin the tradition. Fuck the tradition. The tradition is not going to make it to the end. That's why evolution is a thing. We teach evolution in school, but we do not practice it. Ooh, that's a bar. Clap it. Ooh. Oh, that's gonna hurt somebody. That's gonna hurt somebody up there. We teach evolution, but we do not practice it. And in large part, the reason why we don't practice it is because of self-preservation and this ideology that the more things change, the less things obviously stay the same. But entropy is scary. Chaos is scary. The unknown is unnerving. And young people like the unknown because they live with the old. Every kid is ready to move out into the unknown just to get out from what they know. And it's the total opposite. A lot of older people want familiarity and no change, the consistency. This technology gap that we're experiencing is very much so a parallel to the generational divide of our geriatric seniors and our delusional degenerate youth, right? They're both obligatory, and they don't understand that they need each other. But I want to just let it be known that schools trying to temper the AI wave are letting their students down. They are deceiving themselves and are withholding future prospects and possible cures and solutions to the world's biggest problems because of the fear of the unknown. Major institutes like the Ramin Nagi Jai, hold on. I'm not about to disrespect y'all like that. Go ahead.
Renmin, Nanjing, and Fudan universities
have rolled out general access AI courses and degree programs that are open to all students, not reserved for computer science majors like traditional machine learning classes. See, this is a great concept. This is something I wish I had in my school. It wasn't a big thing, but something that I preached that I wanted to do when I was in school was take guitar course, like classical guitar lessons as a course, as an elective. And they told me I had to be a music major in order to do it. And I was like, but why can't I just take the course? Like, it's an elective for me. It doesn't matter. I could fail the class and I'd be fine. But the fact that so many people went into debt and couldn't take courses they wanted is diabolical. But moreover, this needs to be the idea of what universities should be doing. Could you imagine going to school for 4 years and not knowing how to balance a checkbook? Ha, joke's on you. Still never learned how to balance a checkbook. Wanna know why? Because computers do it for me. It's automatically done now. They thought the need to teach me how to build a birdhouse before they thought the need to teach me how to change a flat tire. I went through a whole driver's ed course, never learned how to change a tire. Never learned how to properly check if a battery was working correctly. And the question might be, is it their job to teach you that? Yeah. They're teachers. But I am being very crash. I am being very harsh. In large part, the reason why this is so difficult to do, specifically in America, is because we hate teachers in America. We don't believe they should get paid. We don't believe that what they're teaching kids is actionable and reasonable things, and that goes on both sides of the aisle. And we also have this perma belief that teachers have to do everything. It's sort of like how we treat police, how police have to do everything. Teachers have to not only be teachers of the subjects, they have to be psychologists, they have to be parents, they have to be tutors, they have to be extracurricular activities, they have to be coaches, they have to be world beaters. And more important, and sometimes they got to be teachers to the parents as well. That's a thing. So it's mighty crazy. It's mighty crazy. Or rather, I shouldn't be so surprised that this isn't happening in America as much as we would want it to be. With their college in... Okay, hold on. We not disrespecting nobody. I'm not
Ganesha Agarwal.
Nobody. What that say? They conducted a focus group indicating college students from different backgrounds and levels to find out how AI is used in academic studies. They found that the students' knowledge of how AI comes mainly from personal exploration. Of course, while most students understand AI output is not always trustworthy, we observe and lots of anxiety on how to use it right, says Lee. And this is something interesting because as I've learned how to use AI and how I've learned how to program, I can instantly tell when AI is being used somewhere. And I think this is something that is programmed into the younger generation, as a lot of the older generation the older generation was being deceived by fake phone scams. You know how lonely you gotta be to pick up an unknown number? Like, call your parent. Call mama. Call Gram, okay? Call Gram, please. Gram is out here answering the phone call to 14-digit telephone numbers and having 6 to 7 hour conversations, not only giving up her information, she giving up the grandkids' information. Call your parents and your grandparents. These lonely mother lovers out here divulging information on y'all, and y'all none the wiser. Y'all thinking Gram's good. She's on the phone for 16 hours a day. Call Gram, y'all. Don't let her get scammed. Don't let her get scammed. All that to say, right? A sense of pride also this is a sense of pride for China as well, because China doesn't have the equipment and technology we have. They're using something called DeepSeek, which works on purposely underperforming technology, and they somehow have a better output. So it's a sense of pride for China to be able to use that technology, to be able to use a lesser form of it to a better capacity and a certain level of tenacity. So it's a sense of pride. There's a sense of nationalism about it. So there's that aspect of it, which I find to be very interesting. But at the end of the day, I think the stat that no one is paying attention to is the job market, right? Now let's get into this. It says here that 80% of job openings available to fresh graduates listed AI as a skill in 2025. Make no mistake. I wrote this down. If you cannot work with AI, nobody can work with you. 2 bars for y'all, man. This show, 2 bars. Y'all better like, share, subscribe. This shit. 2 bars. Let me say that again. If you can't work with AI, nobody will work with you. I don't care what you're doing. AI can make you do it better. I used to be a horrible writer. Now when I write my comic books, I am excited because I have an editor. It gives feedback. It gives ideas. It lets you bounce ideas off of it. AI works immaculately with people who already can use this. So there are tiers to this. Everybody's not put on the same level when they get to AI. It's not an equalizer. It is a steady incline, but people who are here with AI will go here. People who are here with AI will go here. What's stopping you from improving? The excuse can't be, oh, I don't want it to replace me. If that's your thought process, it's already too late for you. Go bury yourself. It's already over for you. Oh, I'm afraid AI is going to replace me. Sorry, you've been replaced. Brother, sister, mother, father, stranger, you've already been replaced. This ain't the time to panic. This is not the time to panic. This is the time to evolve. This is time to grow. This is time to become better. Whether you're young, old, into tech, not into tech, find a way to integrate AI into your company. Literally, mentioning AI in your pitch will get you a 10% boost in the initial asking price. Finding a way to do it with AI is immaculate. It's better. I've become a better trader for it. I've become a better writer for it. I've become a better worker, organized, everything. Find a way to integrate it into your stuff. But at the end of the day, even if you don't want to take my word for it, there's a whole nother country that's been beating the brakes to us, putting belt to ass in this AI arms race. And it's not because they have the best technology. It's not because they have the best teachers. It's not because they have the best students. It's not even because they have the best or have the most resources. It's quite simply they have a more vested interest in being better. And unfortunately for us in this country, that's not something we want to do very often. But that's just my idea on this. These are my thoughts. I'd like to know what you guys think. How has AI improved your life? What do you want to get better at so that AI... What is AI helping you get better at? What do you want to get better at? And have you found a way to incorporate AI into it? I'm fascinated to hear more about this. My name is Hero. This is Coding with Strangers. I'll see you.